Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's quick update from Go No Go Charts. We're going to talk today about a new sector that's emerged and shown some leadership. We're talking about consumer staples. Over the last 2 weeks, we've noted in some of our research that the staples sector has started to outperform and has entered a go trend relative to the larger index, its base index, the S&P. So this first chart we're going to look at is a sector map, a go no go rel map, showing that relative strength of the consumer staples to the base index. So the staples sector here is the fourth panel. And you can see how it was in the no-go colors, the purples and pinks, for most of this period. But over the last couple of weeks, we see the aqua bar coming into the panel and then the darker bright blue bar showing that consumer staples now has started to outperform relative to the base index. So if that's the case, and we're looking for opportunities to differentiate ourselves from the larger market, and if we think that there might be some choppiness coming in the markets, as it looks like over the last couple of weeks, we've definitely seen some volatility, definitely seen some struggles going higher. Perhaps we want to look for rotation into sectors that are showing leadership. So the second chart we're going to look at now is a weekly chart of a familiar name within that sector. This is Kraft Heinz. And clearly this is a staple of American society. It's a food producer and distributor. And we can see from this weekly chart that it's been building a massive base for quite some time through 2019 all the way now into 2021. Now, the big no-go trend that went all the way through 2018 into 2019, culminating in that pandemic low in early 2020, has now stabilized, and we see some go colors coming in the second half of this pattern as we've started to be able to paint some higher lows. So on the weekly time frame, we're seeing confirmation from the momentum indicator in the lower panel as the oscillator broke above zero and is now being able to stay in positive territory. We see price breaking above its resistance line that's been in place for such a long time. And we see the go colors, the blue colors, coming through towards the second half of this pattern. So if we drill down then and look at the daily chart for Kraft Heinz, we can see that on a much shorter time frame, just looking at the past couple of months, we can see that there is a go trend that's been established. We can see that the oscillator is above zero and has been finding support at zero, which really means that momentum is in the direction of the trend. So that's really, really encouraging to see. And we see a recent price break in the last few bars, breaking above this shorter term resistance. And as we've also had these rising lows, and we can see that annotated on the chart. So if Kraft Heinz can keep this momentum going, we see the longer term picture that's established a go trend and really looks like the beginning of a go trend that could survive for a little bit longer. Perhaps Kraft Heinz is an opportunity to take advantage of the rotation into staples and the leadership that we see there in that sector.